have you done? Murdered for me on that cross, accused in absence of wrong.
I became a master gardener because I answered an ad in a paper.
Okay.
I took a job. I'd been working in the field. I was a tree specialist for ChemLawn for 3 years right out of high school. And I learned trees from my great-grandmother and a friend of mine. I learned a lot working for ChemLawn. When I became the gardener for Mr. Brennan, I read 2 books, one on ornamental care and one on agronomy, how to take care of the grass. And I loved it. I fell in love with it. And I worked for Mr. Brennan for 12 years. And in that 12 years, I met many professionals in the field. I even was asked to go to a turfgrass expo and give a talk on integrated pest management, which was crazy because I did not attend a single class to do this. And there I was teaching a class, you know. It was a huge passion of mine, and I did it for a long time, and I did it with love because I really, really loved what I was doing. I was happy every day I went to work. This is an apple tree. It's probably a crab apple tree. This is a good example of pruning. Apples need a lot of pruning. When you look at a tree, you have to know, why do you want to prune it? What do you want to prune? And how do you want to prune it? And even when. If you prune it too late in the spring, it'll actually retard the growth. You don't want to prune in the spring, the late spring, or the summer. If you prune in the fall or the early spring, it promotes growth in the tree and makes the tree stronger. When you prune, you look at your tree and you want your tree to have a nice shape. You want to get rid of all the little branches that hang on and take energy away from the top of the tree so that the tree can spread out. It also takes energy away from the fruit that the tree will produce. So you get rid of the little suckers as they grow up and you get a better fruit. Sometimes the tree will grow weird. If you look at this spot right here, you can see that the branches are growing together, and in the wind they'll rub together, and it causes damage in between them. So one of these has to go. So you have to make a decision which one do you want to take out in order for the benefit of the tree. Sometimes the roots are constricted on the tree, and it'll try to grow up and out of the soil, and you get these suckers. These are no good for the tree either. These also need to be pruned out for the good of the tree.
Jesus, there's no one besides you. Forever
Another interesting thing about the apple tree and its need for pruning. The apple tree will grow into itself this way, and that'll make it very dense, and the air flow won't be able to pass through the tree properly. And that'll cause debris and microbes to rest on the leaves quite easily, and it actually promotes disease. And an unpruned apple tree will almost always get some kind of a black spot disease just because of improper pruning.
I have just